Hey, breaking some new cool news today. Excited to go over this with you. So let's take our favorite little girl right here. This is the 6.5 Creedmoor. Obviously it's a girl because it's a 6.5 Creedmoor, right? And we were to say, what if our lovely little 6.5 Creedmoor were to find a man? And what if that man were a little guy, short king, it's the 22-250, and you were to just kind of have these two cartridges make a baby? Well, what you would get is today's news. You'd get the 22 Creedmoor. It's not every day that we see a new Creedmoor cartridge that's been so famous, but there have been many over the years, which we're going to talk about in a second. So let's kind of go over just what this new cartridge is. This just got SAAMI approved, and Hornady has announced that they're going to be making factory ammunition for it. It's pretty cool. So it's the case of the 6.5 Creedmoor, but 22 caliber bullets. And so what you get from it is you get the high BC bullets that the Creedmoor case is designed to accept. You get the powder capacity of a 6.5 Creedmoor pretty much. But you're getting the tiny little 22 caliber that's so good for extremely low recoil for somebody's first hunting rifle or for varmint hunting, etc. And you're getting the faster twist rate of that Creedmoor. It really makes a very interesting package. Here are the numbers. So I'm comparing this to the 223, 22-250, as well as going up in caliber a little bit to a 243 and the 6 Creedmoor. Now, when the 6.5 Creedmoor case was made, it immediately was spread to every other caliber. You know, people try it, put this caliber bullet in, that caliber bullet in it. And honestly, if I were to take the whole Creedmoor family right now, and I say which is the best Creedmoor, I don't think it's the 6.5 Creedmoor. In my opinion, the better Creedmoor is the 6 Creedmoor. It's faster and flatter, about the same recoil. Really, all you're gonna lose is some barrel life, which most people are never going to shoot out. And so, I don't know, I think the 6 Creedmoor is the prettiest Creedmoor. But then you also see that the Creedmoor family got a little chunky at some point. And you see, how are we gonna do this? You also see this fat guy. Very, very fat case, and that is the 8.6 Blackout, which is using the exact same case as a 6.5 Creedmoor, but it's putting a very fat bullet in there. See that on your right here. That's the 8.6 Blackout. So they've tried everything here, but let's look at the numbers. So 22 Creedmoor, you'll see it's kind of optimized for up to 80 grain bullets. Some people will put 90s in there, but I'm told by the ballisticians, listen to Horizon Firearms has a really good podcast on the 22 Creedmoor. They've worked on the development for a long time, and I'm told that the 90 grains can have some weird stuff with stability of the bullet. The velocity is 3,300 feet per second, so it's absolutely screaming. A tiny bit slower than a 22-250, as you see when on the velocity. It's a little bit slower, but because it's shooting those higher BC, those more streamlined bullets, you'll see that the bullet drop, 19.5 at 400 yards, is the same between a 22-250 and this new 22 Creedmoor. So varmint hunters, you're shooting a heavier bullet, which some people say they really want for varmint hunting. I hear a lot, enough to take notice. Oh, by the way, I got my new Hootie Hoo shirt on. Go at 'em. Okay, so a lot of varmint hunters say they get some runoffs. If you're shooting volume coyotes, a competition shooter, I hear enough reports of, man, I shot him with 22-250 right in the right spot and just didn't go right down. And so some people are moving up to a 243 or a 6 Creedmoor for hunting coyotes because they want them to go straight down, right? And so if you're of that mindset, the 22 Creedmoor would look very, very interesting because you get a little bit heavier bullet, but the same kind of trajectory that you'll get out of that laser beam 22-250. You'll also see that it has excellent resistance to wind drift, much better than a 22-250. I mean, that is dang impressive. So if you're the coyote hunter, that wind drift is a big deal because a coyote's a small little thing, has a lot of fur, but it's a little rat in all that fur. It's a pretty small target. And so the resistance to wind drift, that is a very, very big deal. And then you look at the energy and you say, whoa, this thing is actually producing more energy at 400 yards than your typical 243 load. Now it's just going to depend on the load there, but it's right up there. And you say, huh, maybe this is also not just a varmint cartridge, maybe this is also a deer cartridge. And then when you look at the recoil energy numbers, you say, oh, now I'm starting to understand some things. Because what if you take your kid for their first deer hunt or something like that, hunting a whitetail? I mean, even 243, sometimes it just gets in their head a little bit. Oh, it's going to hurt my shoulder, whatever. And so that's whatever, from a 243, that's, whatever, a 12% reduction in recoil. That's pretty cool. And we're still shooting the same basic weight class of bullet out of it. So it really offers some neat little features for the people that want coyotes more dead more quickly, or who want to take the lightest cartridge out to hunt deer, antelope. This would be sweet cartridge for antelope. It's definitely interesting. Now, the 22 Creedmoor has been in development for a long time. People have been wildcatting it forever. Horizon Firearms has worked on it for a long time, really pushed this cartridge. And just a little bit ago, it was sent to SAAMI and now is approved. And now Hornady is making official factory 80 grain ELDX and ELD match bullets for the 22 Creedmoor. I think it looks pretty cool. I think I will definitely be interested in getting one. We'll see kind of when that time frame is, but I'm definitely interested in getting one. But with every new cartridge, the comments are always, pounded with, it's the same thing, it's barely any different. And I don't disagree. I mean, everything that's been done in cartridges has been done. That could be done has been done, right? I mean, we've tried just about everything, and yes, they fit in smaller windows. But that's kind of like saying, the iPhone 13 comes out, 14, 15, and you say, it's the same thing. It is, but if you want the new cool little features, then cool, get it. If not, then use the other one. It's going to work great. Use your 22, 250, 243, whatever. It's not going to change the world. But some people are looking for, what can we get? Every bit of performance. For a lot of people, the ballistics is just part of the hobby. It certainly is for me. And so it's not that I think, oh, I can't kill a coyote with my 243 or my 22 250. I have to have this new cartridge. That's not the case at all. I think it's cool. I like investigating all the cool new things. And I think a lot of you guys do too. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't watch this channel. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you in the next video.